Right, so having looked at that paper 1, question 2, there's a slide now with a practice paper practice question 2 on it. It's taken from an extract in the novel Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. And what you need to do now is to read that extract, see what you could say about how the writer uses language to describe the house. And for each technique that you identify, make sure that you explain how it works, how it helps to build the reader's image of the house. So the effect of it is, this is the point, evidence, and then your evaluation and your explanation, and as many extras as you can put on to make it more detailed, a rounded response. So that's the question, how the writer uses language to describe the house. And here is the extract from Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. And it's quite difficult language, but we'll have a look at it. There was Manderley, our Manderley, secret and silent as it had always been, the grey stone shining in the moonlight of my dream. Time could not spoil the beauty of those walls, nor of the place itself, as it lay like a jewel in the hollow of a hand. The grass sloped down towards the sea, which was a sheet of silver lying calm under the moon, like a lake undisturbed by wind or storm. I turned again to the house, and I saw that the garden had run wild just as the woods had done. Weeds were everywhere, but moonlight can play strange tricks with the imagination, even with a dreamer's imagination. As I stood there, I could swear excuse me, that the house was not an empty shell, but lived and breathed as it had lived before. Light came from the windows, the curtains blew softly in the night air, and there, in the library, the door stood half open as we had left it, with my handkerchief on the table beside the bowl of autumn flowers. So there's a description of the house. Amazing amount of language techniques in that. So plenty for you to pick out. If you follow it through like I did with that paper 1 question 2 on Animal Farm with Boxer, you could go through and you can highlight all the techniques that you can find there. And there are, believe me, a lot. Now the key then is to reduce it into an 8-mark response, because they don't necessarily expect you to write for pages and pages on it, because you don't want to waste your time on it. So you're going to pick out maybe 4 examples of language that you can give a rounded explanation of. So where you're going to give your point, so you can say in this bit we can see that the writer uses a metaphor, and this is to create the image in the reader's head of what they can compare it to, or whatever it is, something like that. You explain it in full. So have a go at that one. We've also, or I've also got some slides to download to look at paper 2, but for now I'm going to leave you with that one. So good luck.